All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Lawliet versus Focus taking place here on Twisted Meadows. This game, if it looks a little bit different, if it looks a little bit better resolution, it seems like well, this is patch 1.31. It seems like the overlay actually looks a little bit better. But other than that, the game pretty much looks exactly the same. Let's go ahead and break things down here. We are going to have Lawliet spawning as the yellow night elf here at what I'll call the 5 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Focus has spawned as the blue orc over here on the top right-hand side of the map. Now, a couple of things to note already. Well, this is patch 1.31. If you guys haven't read the patch notes as of late, there is a plethora of information and changes in there. Blade Master now benefits from Claws of Attack +6 again. There have been some major changes to the Keeper of the Grove and its Ents. Also, its sight has been reduced. A lot of small changes that should have a very big impact on the game. Also, there was some discussions about synergy with Dark Ranger, Black Arrows versus Siphon Mana, and how the two didn't really work well together. I never thought that would ever be a potential issue because, well, those two skill sets are extremely different. The fact that the Dark Ranger would ever really want to use, Siphon Health and Black Arrow together just seems counterintuitive. Unless Siphon Health actually worked similar to how Siphon Mana worked, where you're actually able to siphon mana or siphon health into your friendly units and give it like double the amount of hit points you're losing. That would actually be really interesting to see as the Dark Ranger as some sort of support hero. But that is for another time to discuss, as the Blade Master is already on the way out. Let's take a look at this build. Focus is going for a double burrow, no Voodoo Lounge opening. That is rather odd. That is not what I was really expecting to see here. Meanwhile, the Keeper of the Grove now making its way out. Let's take a look. Force of Nature is looking like they're dealing a little bit less damage, 16 to 18. Michael Pans, thank you for being a silent viewer, and I hope you continue to watch all of these games here as the Blade Master, well, wind walking back in, going straight after the Archer, and the Archer may end up getting taken down. There it goes. Some big damage loss already. Meanwhile, with the death of that one particular Wisp, well, things get changed up just a bit as well. All right, there is the Windwalk strike. Is he going to be able to get that extra bit? Yes, gets another strike there. Blade Master stealing a large bit of experience as the Keeper of the Grove sits at level 1. Blade Master chasing back that Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove now heading away once more. What is that Keeper of the Grove going to do? The Blade Master may try to pick up a Circlet of Nobility later. You can see that the Voodoo Lounge has already been started as well, as the Blade Master looks to back away a little bit. We're going to have a faster tech to tier 2 than normal. Meanwhile, well, the Blade Master is not going to be able to get to that Wisp, as that tree ate one tree right there just so that Wisp could get outside of melee range. Blade Master continuing to battle it up. Perhaps he was counting on a wind walk in order to get away safely, only to see that the, well, Keeper of the Grove used a Wand of Mana Stealing. Wand of Mana Stealing being used up that early, it doesn't have a very big impact overall on the game. So I am actually surprised by Lawliet's choice right there, as the Blade Master now heads off to the north. Grunts looking to finish off another null. Blade Master is still going to be shy of level 2. Does pick up some double healing salves. No clarity potions, as he is now moving on, well, to do a little bit more creeping. What's going to happen next? Keeper of the Grove still now just sitting at level 2. Going to go after the Ogre Warrior creep camps. There is a Keeper of the Grove. There is that Entangle. And Entangle's just so powerful right there. Blade Master going to go straight after the Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Forest Troll Shadow Priest taking a lot of damage. Scroll of Speed being used. Grunt running for his life and able to get away. Beautiful use of the Scroll of Speed, only to see another Grunt get caught in the crossfire. Grunt, where is it going to try and go next? It pretty much knows, do I need to fall on my axe? He is not 100% sure. Keeper of the Grove does finish off this Grunt there. Meanwhile, the Blade Master going after a Forest Troll Berserker may aggro the creeps, and there it goes. Is it going to end up getting finished off? Yes, it will. Blade Master now trying to get back. This Keeper of the Grove looking for this low hit point Grunt. Is it going to find it? That is the real question here. As well, We know that Lawliet has good sight all across the map. However, this grunt is taking the long way home, and we'll see if he is able to live and fight another day. 26 supply compared to 28. Blade Master attempting to take down the Null Warden. A nice critical strike right there. Perhaps we will see more Blade Master attacks once again. 92 hit point critical strike, and somehow that number just seems larger, even though it is pretty much the same amount you would normally see. Blade Master using the healing salve on himself, only to see it immediately removed. As we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove, perhaps we'll be able to get to level 3. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 2 right now. Blade Master off to the side is going to heal back up as well. Claws of Attack +6, an item that the Blade Master once again wants to have, as this grunt really should not be trying to engage off over here. A low hit point grunt. Blade Master heading off to the north. Keeper of the Grove is going to go ahead and teleport out. Perhaps a Forest Troll Shadow Priest could get picked up here. This low hit point grunt going to position himself right here, and this is really good positioning. You're just trying to make sure that the unit with the most amount of hit points is the one actually taking the damage. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter is coming over bearing gifts as well. He's going to be able to heal up these remaining units, as this Null Overseer will get taken down. Blade Master just shy of level 3, but he does have double circlets of nobility. +4 to every single stat, and we're looking at where perhaps the units will try and go next. Meanwhile, the Goblin Alchemist coming in with pressure. Ancient of War, Proxy Ancient of War already here. We are looking at the Tauren Totem already trying to be trained up. There is a Scroll of the Beast for that extra bit of early burst damage. One Orc Burrow will get taken down. The archers deal a large amount of damage, much more than you would think at this stage in the game. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter, Spirit Link, Healing Wave, Blade Master could try and break Windwalk to try and push it out. No, does not get it. The Blade Master gets entangled in all of that effort, and then a Wall of Wisp now causing a little bit of problems. Blade Master perhaps is going to be able to Windwalk and chase after some more units. More Ancients of War joining in on the fight. Blade Master, Scroll of Speed, now perhaps trying to chase down some remaining units. Could chase down and surround the Keeper of the Grove. Scroll of Speed being used right there. There's the Ensnare, and wow, an Ensnare from the Raider to finish it off. Keeper of the Grove could end up getting taken down. A unit replacement entangled now as the Keeper of the Grove tries to get away. Down to 161 hit points. Blade Master could try and Windwalk again. Keeper of the Grove now heading back off to the north there. Blade Master, well, nope, Scroll, a Potion of Healing used there, as the grunts are still trying to engage. Acid Bomb plus Mass Archer Focus Fire, extreme heavy damage, as we're looking at the Blade Master now looking to head back. Lawliet with a commanding lead, 35 supply compared to Focus's 22, as Focus is retreating back. Alright, the Alchemist sitting at level 1. It could just throw an Acid Bomb, gets the damage onto the Blade Master, leftover damage onto the Grunt, and the Blade Master says, you know what? I'm going to stop you right there. Tauren Totem training up those Spirit Walkers now. Shadow Hunter getting resurrected. 2 Ancients of War in that front line position, knocking on the door of the barracks. And, well, no one's opening up, so he'll just knock the door and the rest of the building down. This is not looking good. At this stage in the game, what can Focus really hope to do? Spirit Walkers, even with Spirit Link, not going to be that effective. You need to see more Raiders, but where is the Raider building? Yeah, the bestiary is back over here. There is simply not enough gold to really keep up all of those Raiders, as the piercing damage is going to be rather high. Not having the the War Mill in order to have fortified armor on an early Orc Burrow did end up becoming a problem, as the Ancient of War now just, well, oh, it is not actually within melee range of the stronghold. That is absolutely hilarious. The positioning, the build, that one Ancient of War is unable to engage. Meanwhile, there goes an Ensnare right there. A lot of damage. There's a Disenchant. No Spirit Link. And there it goes. Alchemist now gets up to level 2. Healing Spray. Healing up all of these units again. Spirit Walkers needs to go into the ethereal form, but, well, he's not very useful in that state either. While in that state, he cannot deal any damage, but at least he is not taking damage, bonus damage, from the piercing damage of the archers. Alright, so much damage to be had. Shadow Hunter gets up to level 2 just in time. Unit still trying to get away. Blade Master trying to fight his way out of this well, bad position here. Raiders are going to try and engage here. Where's that low hit point archer going? As we're looking at, well, the Ancient of War here, perhaps going to try and get taken down. Let's take a look at this. Blade Master going after some units. Raiders coming back the other way. Does have a couple of ensnares. Going after the Archer now. Perhaps Raiders going to engage. Keeper of the Grove could be in trouble. Keeper of the Grove is now, well, pretty much down to dead. 65 hit points. There it goes. Finishes off an Archer as well. Blade Master with Spirit Link still ends up surviving. And without the Keeper of the Grove and all of those Ents, what is going to really end up happening? The Shadow Hunter out of items, though. There is no Voodoo Lounge, and that may actually be what stops Focus from making an amazing comeback. You need to have a Voodoo Lounge, and as we're looking at a 39 supply compared to 27, the Keeper of the Grove needs to be resurrected, but the Blade Master has fallen. Wow. All right, my bad. Blade Master lost. Wasn't keeping track of it. I thought he was already in a safe spot. Ends up getting taken out. Not quite sure by what, as the Raiders are coming in from the other side. There it goes. More damage being done. Raiders now once again on the move. Where is a Voodoo Lounge when you need it? More Orc Burrows getting added in. Tauren Totem is under repair, as we could see perhaps a change in the peons. One lower hit point peon, or it might go in that Orc Burrow instead here. All right, dual Ancients of War making their way over. Raiders are coming over as well. Or sorry, Pillage is coming online as well, as the Altar of Storms taking a fair bit of damage. Orc Burrows no longer really fighting back here. Massive repairs. As you can see, the Ancients of War trying to get in position there. All right, Altar of Elders. That is going to get taken down. There it goes. Shadow Hunter hoping to, well, get a little bit of extra gold here, as the Moonwell is going to get taken down as well. It is going to turn into a battle for the races, as the Alchemist is in the backfield just trying to destroy all of these units here. Blade Master may end up, well, is he going to get resurrected? That is the key question now, as the peons are taking way too much damage. Perhaps that low hit point peon needs to get away. Nope, not going to be able to make it back here. Meanwhile, more and more of these buildings are getting taken down. Tree of Ages going to get, well, under some big distress now. This is going to be a problem. Perhaps a Spirit Link could be added. Low hit point Raider should be backed up here, down to 14 hit points. What is it doing? It is going to end up getting taken down. Voodoo Lounge now being placed down here. More Spirit Link finally being cast. Healing Wave being cast as well. Wisp being brought over. We could see a couple of ensnares here to try and stop all of that healing, as the Raider are now looking to back up again. Going after those Wisp could be key once more. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, it looks like there is nothing left here. 830 gold as the buildings are attacking back. Low hit point peon just traversing the map there, as the Raiders, well, the Raiders are going to end up taking down this entangled gold mine here in just a moment. I believe Pillage is now researched and done, so there is still a way to get a bit of gold. All right, couple more ensnares coming across here. Wisp trying to do some repairs, not going to end up working out. Let's take a look at this. The Shadow Hunter still needs a bit more mana in order to be able to continue to heal. There's some more detonations, though, as that, what are we going to see an ensnare onto that one Wisp? There goes the ensnare. We should be looking at a detonation there. Nope, no detonation there. Tree of Ages down to 988 hit points. Let's take a look at this. Perhaps building a War Mill will be absolutely necessary. Healing Wave, or excuse me, Clarity Potion now being used. Could try to use some healing salves there to try to heal up the remaining units as well. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this 25 to 25 supply. Who is actually going to come out ahead? There is a War Mill being built off to the side. This is going to be the place to gather up some lumber, and Focus somehow able to well, get back within even of his opponent now. The Tree of Ages will end up getting taken down. What is going to happen next? Perhaps we will see, is there enough lumber? There is not enough lumber at all. Where is, what can you really do? All right, buildings. Where are the remaining buildings? There is a Moonwell here and a Moonwell here. This is it. This is all you're looking at here. Ancient of War getting caught out in the open field. The problem is the Shadow Hunter's mana. That is the only real, well, nope, I take it back. And the Alchemist's mana. That is the only resource that both sides are going to be able to get right now. Mana is going to be the main resource. And with that, well, what can you really do? With mana, you can heal up your army. There's a large army of archers going up against well, 3 Ancients of War. Boulders now getting in some pressure here. Let's take a look at this. Shadow Hunter wants to get to level 3, gets up to level 3. That is going to be incredibly important. Level 2 Healing Wave, bouncing around and healing up those units. as we're going to see the Null Warden also getting taken out as well. Are these peons going to try and get in a little bit more lumber? That is the next follow-up question. If they can actually get enough lumber to build up another expansion somewhere, that would be an interesting strategy. Where is that Shadow Hunter? Where did it go? Shadow Hunter back across over here, buys another Clarity Potion. Gonna most likely Healing Wave up some more units again. Use a Clarity Potion now. There it goes. There's an Archer. Why is the Archer not doing anything at all? Is it gonna see an Ensnare? Oh, there's a quick Hex onto the Archer to make sure it can't Shadow Meld before the Ensnare goes down from the Raider. All right, trying to pick off the remaining units once more, looking for the main buildings. Is there a Tree of Life being like hidden somewhere? I don't quite see it. We do have level 7 armor, so we have Nature's Blessing on these Ancients of War. But the Ancients of War, well, let's take a look at this. Ancient of War taking a lot of damage right here. Is it going to take, well, it is. Tree of Life is trying to be rebuilt. Let's take a look at this. Units are now looking to pull back once again. Acid Bomb onto a lone Raider. And that is not very efficient use of the mana. Well, Shadow Hunter getting hit as well. Level 3 on the Alchemist, level 3 on the Shadow Hunter. No resurrections in play. And even if Lawliet is somehow able, even if Lawliet is somehow able to rebuild up a Tree of Life, he cannot, unless he loses archers, train up any Wisp. I don't see any Wisp out on the field whatsoever. That is actually going to be a grave miscalculation there, as more damage heading off through. Shadow Hunter now trying to get back. Let's see who's going to win out in this next battle. Are we going to see an Ensnare? Yes, Ensnare onto the Alchemist. Healing Wave going through. Alchemist could end up getting taken down. Healing Spray getting channeled, stopped, as the Raider, low hit point Raider, trying to head back. Continuing that fight. Raiders, Archers, both sides just pinging around. And somehow, oh, the Spirit Walker needs to go into the ethereal form. It needs to go into the ethereal form. And no, Focus leaves the game. Focus leaves the game. Lawliet is the winner. I do believe that was a little bit premature. Army sizes were rather close at that point, and really no one had that big of an advantage. At that point, though, mentally, you're just in a trapped state. And, well, Focus gives up and gives Lawliet the win. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.